Hi fire signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising, and those of you that are cross-watching as well, welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see why is it that your person here ghosted you. Okay, so we'll go ahead and see why did they maybe suddenly stop communication, why did they pull away abruptly here. This is going to be a general reading here. So guys, please just keep that in mind. For those of you that are interested in a personalized tarot reading with myself, please feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address just below the video here, where the show more section is. Otherwise, guys, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what the cards are predicting for you. So why is it that your person ghosted here? Okay, the Four of Cups, but that's come out in reverse. Oh wow, okay. Look at that, you've got some interesting cards here. Numbers are playing a big role here in your spread. You've got 4 here that's come up 3 times. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay guys, I feel like those numbers are significant, and I feel like either they may have ghosted you here around the 4th, the 5th, the 6th or the 7th here. It could have been a reference to timing here. Maybe the last communication or last contact you had with your person here may have been 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. or a.m. here. It could have been a reference to like days, weeks, maybe even months for some of you. Hopefully it hasn't been that long, but it's a possibility here. I just feel like it's not so straightforward as to why they suddenly stopped communicating with you or why they suddenly pulled away here. Okay, I understand that this is leaving you feeling very undervalued, just really unappreciated, or just, you know, feeling really disregarded here. But I feel like you have to know it's got little to do with you. In fact, hardly any of this is to do with you. This is a sign of their own emotional immaturity here, and it's also a sign of complexities that exist within their energy and also within this relationship or this connection here. They could be with someone else. So for some of you, I feel like, you know, they could be attached to someone else. Either they're in a relationship or in a connection with someone else. They may have started talking to someone else as well, and they may have ended things with you because they may have been seeing, you know, someone else at the time that they were seeing you. And when things started getting serious between the both of you, they sensed that maybe you wanted commitment. And this is someone who I don't think was ready for commitment. This is why they fell back from you and then they moved on to the next person, because I do get a sense of like a movement in their energy. So, because it's not so simple, it's not so black and white. There's gray areas as well here. I also see that your person is emotionally mature. They're a bad communicator. I feel like they, instead of, you know, sitting down and having a conversation with you, they flaked. They just suddenly disappeared here. It's being emotionally immature is about having inconsistencies here in behavior or emotions here, or between what they say and what they do here. So your person may have told you, you know, they want a relationship with you, or they want, you know, they want to see this through here, but there's an inconsistency here. There's an inconsistency here that usually takes charge when someone ends up ghosting, especially after someone has especially after that, you know, they had communicated to you that they wanted to settle down or they were ready to settle down. So I feel like it's maybe a lack of interest in committing to you, committing to the relationship, but I also feel like it's an emotional immaturity as well from what I'm seeing. The other thing is, I feel like there's a bit of a, I'm getting a bit of an arrogance in their energy. Maybe for some of you, this person actually thinks that, hey, you know, they don't owe you an explanation. Okay, so maybe this is someone that you just saw very briefly here. Maybe you're not, you know, you weren't in a relationship, but you did express to this person that you were looking for something. You know, you were looking for a commitment, you were looking for, you know, a stability, you were looking for something stable and secure. And instead of, you know, he doesn't feel like, since feelings weren't necessarily involved heavily just yet, he or she feels like, or felt like they didn't owe you an explanation, and which is why, and maybe you guys didn't know each other. Okay, although I don't want to make excuses for this person, so I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses, because despite how long you have known each other for, you know, I think ghosting is a cowardly act, and that, you know, you know, it doesn't matter how long you've known each other for. If they did want to ghost you, you know, their behavior warranted an explanation. It still warrants an explanation. So it just could be that, you know, they feel like they can't give you what it is that you're looking for particularly, okay? And instead of communicating this to you, because it's a role that they're afraid to play. Like, for instance, some of you in a conversation that you've had with this person or in the past, you've communicated to them that you want to settle down, or you want something serious, or you don't want to mess around. And this person may have nodded their head and agreed with everything that you were saying, but there are inconsistencies in their behavior. Like, for instance, they may have agreed with you, but then they would have done things to contradict that agreement with you. And if you really paid close enough attention, or even if you stop this video and just like connect the dots now, you'd see that inconsistency, because I do feel like this person is emotionally immature or infantile. And I do feel like for a lot of them, they felt a sense of pressure here, that they couldn't live up to the expectation of fulfilling a relationship with you. And in any case, you probably didn't want them anyway, if that's the case, right? They could also be going through something personal here, okay? And I guess that's the one occasion where ghosting is justifiably okay. So it just could be that they're going through some sort of personal endeavor, okay? They're going through some sort of personal situation, and maybe the two of you haven't been talking long enough for them to sort of unload what it is that they're going through onto you, and that's why they've ghosted you. Okay, so it doesn't make them a bad person, but it just feels like they weren't ready to, it just feels like they were closed off and they weren't ready here. Not that they were closed off, but they weren't ready to communicate what it is that they were dealing with. I'm also picking up a safety concern. Why am I picking up a safety concern here in the relationship? Okay, maybe they felt, not that they did not feel safe with you, but they felt like the only way was to walk away. The only way to walk away from this relationship was to, or this connection was to just disappear. That's really strange. I also think your person doesn't want to get too attached. Okay, and I feel like maybe this person that we're talking about here, they grew up around, they grew up in a bit of a chaotic household, okay, and or a very, very chaotic family environment where people were constantly moving in and out of their lives, and this is what they grew accustomed to over time. And it just feels like, you know, those early adolescent experiences play out in people's relationships, and it feels like it's kind of a coping mechanism for them not to get too emotionally attached to you, which is why, funnily enough, the ghosting happened after you had some sort of after you had some sort of conversation about perhaps settling down, or, you know, putting a title or a label to this here. They might have also got what it is that they wanted from you. People use people, okay? It's not nice, but that's the truth, isn't it? They may have, you know, whatever it is that they wanted from you, they may have gotten that, and maybe they were never really interested in a relationship in the first place, despite what they were telling you. So they approached you, and they approached the situation under the guise that they were interested in a relationship. They were interested in getting to know you. But after they got what it is that they wanted, they've disappeared, they went ghost on you. So that's what I mean. It's not that black and white. I just think there was, you know, it's not just one narrative. I feel like there may have been a few things happening here. Okay, guys, and these are your messages. Thanks as always for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Bye for now.